Okay, so good day everyone. Today we're now gonna be discussing chapter 5, which is about mathematical logic. So in this chapter, it covers 4 lessons about mathematical logic. Okay, so let's have the preliminaries. So these are the topics under chapter 5. So we have elementary logic, um, logic statements and quantifiers, as well as the truth tables and tautologies, conditional, biconditional, and related statements. So to start with, let's have lesson 1. Now for lesson 1, it's elementary logic. So according to David W. Cooker in 2009, when we talk about logic, it simply means that we're trying to analyze the statements or arguments based on reasoning. Okay, so in this study, when we talk about logic, we're interested on the form, whether it's true or not, rather than the content of the argument. Okay, so that's what we call logic. In mathematics, we also have what we call mathematical logic. Okay, so when we talk about mathematical logic, it's the study of reasoning used in math. Okay, so the application of logic concepts in mathematics. So, as we all know, when we talk about mathematical reasoning, it's more on a deductive. So, sabi nga natin previously, when we talk about deductive method, we start from a general idea, which we assume that it's a correct conclusion. And then we apply that to specific informations. Okay? So, yun po yung, if you can still remember our discussion in chapter 3. Now, problem solving and reasoning. Example, all men are mortal. So that's a general idea. So we have a specific example here that Luke is a man, hence Luke is mortal. Another one is all cats like fish. Cleo is a cat, therefore Cleo likes fish. As you can see from general idea, we provided specific examples and applied that general idea to that specific example. Another one, all COVID-19 patients experience loss of taste and fever. Marites has fever and lost her sense of taste. Therefore, Marites has COVID-19. Fully vaccinated individuals are less susceptible in experiencing severe symptoms of COVID-19. So pag sinabi nating susceptible is hindi sila ganun ka impacted, no, ng severe symptoms. Karen is fully vaccinated, hence she is less susceptible in experiencing severe symptoms of COVID-19, right? So these are example of from general idea, you have specific information and then you apply the general idea to that specific example. Now also, when we talk about logic, we would also be discussing logic statements and quantifiers. So, there are a lot of things that you need to know. Lahat kasi yan is connected sa isa't isa. So, logic statements, usually sa other books, tinatawag to na propositional statements, no? It's a declarative sentence, no? Pag sinabi nating declarative, it ends with a period, no? That is either true or false. Pwede siyang totoo, pwede siyang hindi. Now, we have two types of logical statements. We have what we call the simple statement It means that it contains a single idea. No? Or we can have a compound statement which contains several simple statements, combination of different simple statements. Okay. The next one are some examples. No, the first one are simple statements. Roses are red. COVID-19 is an infectious disease. Mathematics is fun. Triangle has three sides. Quadrilaterals has four sides. So these are simple because they only give us single idea. No? But if we have compound, usually it's combination of two or more simple statements, example of which are the following. Roses are red and violets are blue. So pwede natin kasi lang paghiwalayin into single statements like roses are red and then another statement which is violets are blue. Okay? So another one, a quadrilateral has four sides. So if a square has four sides, then it is a quadrilateral. So composed of two simple statements. Carlo is eating while Josiah is watching TV. So again, this is a compound statement composed of two simple statements. Okay. Now, we also need to understand about logical connectives. Sa ibang mga books, sinasabi dyan connectors. No? So, example, when we talk about connectives, this can be words or phrases that can connect two or more simple statement to form a compound statement. Okay, so for example, the connective knot with the symbol of like the minus sign or negative sign. In mathematical term, we call it negation. Now, as we go along, malalaman nyo ano ba yung mga yan. Then we also have the connective end. The symbol is the inverted V, which is conjunction. The connective or, which is symbol niya is yung small letter V. This is disjunction. Okay, so or arrow down. Then we have the if and then statement. So kung maalala nyo, we had this one in problem solving and reasoning. We have what we call the conditional or implication. Okay, so it's the symbol is arrow going to the right. Then we have the if and only if connective. In mathematical term, we call it biconditional or material equivalence. This is the double-headed arrow to the left and right. Okay? So, ano po ba ang mga ibig sabihin ng mga yan? Some examples are also provided here. No? So, let P or let P is equal to roses are red. Let Q equals violets are blue. No? So, kung gagamitin natin yung mga connectives to form a compound statement using these two simple statements, the following are the results. Okay? So for the conjunction, as we all know kanina, conjunction, the connective that we use or the word that we use is the word and. So if we would be combining the two simple statement using conjunction, it will be roses are red and violets are blue. Kapag disjunction naman, roses are red or violets are blue. Kapag negation naman, it means it's the opposite or yung kabaliktaran. We use the connective or logical word not. Okay? So example, kung sa given natin violets or roses are red, if we use the negation, it will be roses are not red. For violets are blue, it will become violets are not blue. So, ininegate lang natin sila. Okay? So, for the conditional, this is the if and then statement na napag-aralan natin during chapter 3, no? Problem solving and reasoning. If roses are red, then violets are blue. So, by conditional naman, we have if and only if. So roses are red if and only if violets are blue. So these are some examples. No? So we also have like the propositional forms. So when we talk about propositional forms, these are assertion which contains at least one propositional variable or a sequence of symbols containing propositional variables and logical operators. So kung mapapansin nyo po, nag-associate tayo ng mga letters doon sa mga statements, no? So instead of using the entire words, we can use these letters or variables and then we can rewrite it in a propositional form. No? So gagamitin natin yung mga symbols. Okay, so we still have the same examples, no? Then if we would be converting them, no? So let's say the conjunction, roses are red and violets are blue. So the proposition will be P and Q. So remember that P is representing roses are red, while Q represents violets are blue. Okay, so since conjunction yan, the symbol for conjunction is the inverted B or V. It's P and V. Okay, so for the disjunction naman, roses are red or violets are blue. P or Q or the V sign. Okay, for the negation, it's negative P for P and then negative Q for the negation. Now, for the conditional, that's P. Okay, so the arrow going to the right is read as implies. No? So P implies Q. And then for the biconditional, we have P if and only if Q, yung pinaka-last. Okay, so yung double-headed arrow. So this is how we convert. No? So using the different connectives and their associated symbols. On the next example is given the simple statements S, there is a cure to COVID-19 and T, the pandemic is over. And as well as the propositional forms no, for conjunction, disjunction, combination of negation and disjunction, as well as the conditional or implication, and if and only if we will be converting it into a compound statement. Okay, so for the conversion, ito po sila. S and T means there is a cure to COVID-19 and the pandemic is over. Okay. So for S or negative T, there is a cure to COVID-19 or the pandemic is not over. Okay, so papansin niyo po naka-negate yung T or yung statement T natin. Then, next one, there is no cure to COVID-19 or the pandemic is not over. Next, if the pandemic is over, then there is a cure to COVID-19. Again, T implies S means it's the conditional statement. If, then, ang gagamitin natin. Next one, the if and only if, no, the biconditional. The pandemic is over if and only if there is a cure to COVID-19. Okay, so this is how we translate no, propositional form to logical statements. Okay, so yung kanina is logical statements to propositional form. Okay, so for lesson 2, kasama pa rin siya, which are logical operators. We have different, no? So each of the connectives that we have discussed previously uh, have a true or false value. Okay, so these are what we call operators or logical operators. No, so the first one is the proposition not P. Okay, represented by negative P. Okay, denotes the negation of P. Okay, so ang ibig sabihin nun, if the statement is true, the negation of true is false. Yung kabaliktaran ng true is false. And if the statement is false, then yung kabaliktaran naman po niya is true. Okay? So that is negation of P. Now, if the given is true, then the negation of that statement will become false. Okay? So that is negation of P or proposition not P. The next one is the proposition P and Q, denoted by the symbol P and Q, the conjunction. Other ways of expressing it is moreover, yet, still, further, nevertheless, however, also, and although. Okay? So, by the way, when we try to uh, wag- when we do logical operators, we check all possible combinations of true or false statements. No? So, in order for us to know those combinations, we use the formula 2 raised to n. Okay? 2 is constant and n is the number of proposition. So, in this case, we have two variables, p and q. So, that is 2 raised to 2, which is equal to 4. So, kaya kung papansinin niyo po, you have 4 possible combinations. Okay? So, ano po yung mga uh, 4 possible combinations natin? We have T and T for P and Q. We have T and F and T, and F and F. So, ano po yung magiging result kapag pinagsama natin yung mga statements using the conjunction? Okay? So, if both statements are true, then the compound statement will become true. Yung pag pinagsama mo sila using the conjunction and. Now, if the first statement is true and the second statement Q is false, so pag pinagsama po natin sila, P and Q, then the entire compound statement will become false. Okay, so hindi siya totoo. If statement P is false, then statement Q is true, then again, the combination between the two or the compound statement that we can form using conjunction will become false as well. Okay? Now, if both are false, statement P is false and statement Q is false, then pag pinagsama po natin sila, the result will become false. Okay? So that is conjunction. It means para maging true yung combined statements natin or the compound statement, dapat parehong true yung pinagsasama natin. Otherwise, false po ang magiging sagot. Okay? Then we also have disjunction. No? So in the disjunction naman po, still we have two statements, statement P and statement Q. And the proposition P or Q, also known as disjunction. Okay? So if we would form a compound statement using disjunction, ito po yung magiging result niya. If the two statements are true, then the compound statement being formed using disjunction will become true. Okay? If statement P is true, then statement Q is false. The compound statement being formed, P or Q, is also true. Okay? So if statement P is false, statement Q is true, then the resulting compound statement is true. Okay? Now, if both statements P and Q are false, then the result is false. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo po, uh, unlike kay conjunction, dapat lahat true. Okay? Kay disjunction naman po, at least one of the statement is true, then the result will become true. Okay? So again, kay conjunction, dapat lahat true. Kay disjunction, kahit isa lang yung true sa mga statement na yon, kapag nag-compound statement tayo or pinagsama natin sila using disjunction, ang magiging sagot po natin ay true. Okay? Next one, the logical operator or the proposition P implies Q. Okay? So it's called implication or conditional statement. P is called the antecedent premise or hypothesis, and Q is the conclusion or the consequent. Okay? So it means, again, pag conditional, if you satisfy your hypothesis or the antecedent, then here is the possible conclusion or consequence that you would get. Okay? So let's have, if the statement P and Q are both true, under P implies Q, the result is true. Okay, so dito muna tayo sa third column. No? So, if statement P is true, but statement Q is false, P implies Q is false. Okay? Third one, if P is false, then Q is true, then the compound statement P implies Q will become true. If both are false, then the P implies Q proposition will become true. Okay? So, kung kabaliktaran naman, let's have Q implies P. So, mag-start tayo kay Q, matatapos tayo kay P. So, both are true, then the answer is true. Q is false, P is true, then the answer is true. If Q is true and the proposition P is false, then the answer is false. If both are false, then the answer is true. Okay, so ano po ang napansin natin? Kung papansinin niyo po, if both of the statements are true or both of them are false, no, the answer is always true. Okay, kung parehong true at parehong false, ang magiging sagot natin ay true. Now, look at row 2 and row 3. Okay, so sa row 2 and row 3, if you would notice, the propositions are different. One is true and one is false. So ang sinusundan natin dyan is yung second statement. Okay, so tingnan po natin. So kung papansin niyo, the second statement is false here. P and Q. Then the answer is false. On the other hand, kung titingnan naman po natin siya sa Q implies P, the second statement is true, then ang naging sagot niya is true. Okay? Next one, P implies Q on the third row. Since ang second statement is true, then yung naging result ng P implies Q is true. Okay, kung baliktad naman po, Q and P, since the second statement is false, then the answer is false. Okay, so again, ito po yung ating mga conditions. If both statements are true or false, it means, or if both statements are the same, parehong true o kaya parehong false, the answer is true. Kapag magkaiba po sila, ang susundin natin is yung second statement, yung pangalawa. Okay? So, ayan po ang P implies Q proposition. Next one is the proposition if and only if. Okay? Or the biconditional or material equivalence. So, P is sufficient and necessary condition for Q. So, it means for Q to happen, then P should be satisfied. If not, then uh, Q is not obtained. Okay? Biconditional po yun. So, let's have the P if and only if Q, this part. If both are true, then the answer is true. If P is true and Q is false, then the answer is false. If P is false, then the other one is true. The answer is still false. If both are false, then the answer is true. Okay? So, next one. Q if and only if P. So, mag-start tayo kay Q, papunta kay P. If Q is true or both are true, then the answer is true. If Q is false and your P is true, the answer is false. Okay? If your Q is true, then your P is false, then the answer is false. If both are false, the answer is true. Okay? So kung papansinin niyo po, sa biconditional or material equivalence, ang ating magiging conclusion dyan is dapat pareho yung dalawang statement para maging true siya. Okay, so dapat parehong true o kaya parehong false. Kung magkaiba, false ang magiging sagot natin. Okay? So unlike kay conditional, nandun tayo sa part na dapat parehong true and parehong false. Pero kapag hindi sila pareho, ang susundan natin yung pangalawa. Kay biconditional naman is dapat pareho. Kapag magkaiba, matik na false na siya. Okay, so these are logical operators. So again, we have proposition not P or negation, proposition P and Q for conditional, proposition P or Q for disjunction, a proposition P implies Q for implication or conditional. We also have proposition P if and only if Q, which is material equivalence or biconditional. We also have some quantifiers. So when we talk about quantifiers, this is how we express how many objects are given a property or given a certain idea. We have what we call universal quantifier and existential. Kapag universal, assertion for all, it means lahat kasali. Ang mga connectives na ginagamit natin ay yung mga words na all, every, each, o kaya everyone. Okay? So, universal yon. Kapag naman po existential, this is assertion for some. Okay, so mangilan-ngilan pag sinabi nating existential. Okay, so connectives are some, at almost, or at least one, there exists, o kaya there is, or there are. Okay, so correction po, this is existential, no, hindi siya universal. Again, for assertion for all, it's existential quantifier. Okay, so let's have the truth table and tautology. Okay, so in this lesson, gagamitin natin sila to prove some propositional statements. Gagamitin natin yung mga logical connectors natin. Okay, so truth table is the way we show the truthfulness or falsity of a compound statement. Okay? So, kanina, TF ang ginagamit natin. But this time, we will be using 1, 0. 1 for true and 0 for false. Okay, so ulitin ko po, 1 is equivalent to true and 0 is equivalent to false. So, these are the basic terms that you need to understand. Okay, so the proposition form can be classified into three. We have tautology, contradiction, and contingency. So tautology is if the all of the combinations of propositions is true under all circumstances. Let's say yung all possible combination niya is ang result is true, then it is tautology. Okay? So yung result, itong last part. Now, kung pare-parehong false, then we call it contradiction. Now, kung may halo, like not necessarily 50% true and 50% false, basta hindi siya true or hindi siya false or may halo siya, it's what we call contingency. Okay? So, tautology nor contradiction. It's contingency. Okay? So, let's have some examples. Now, to identify if the given proposition is tautology, contradiction, or contingency, these are the following steps. So first, you have to identify the number of possible combinations. Ilan ba yung possible nating mga outcomes? So to identify yan, sabi ko nga po kanina, is you will be using 2 raised to n as your formula, wherein n is the number of variables. Okay? So kung meron kang P and Q, that's 2 variables. So that's 2 raised to 2. Then after that, you construct your truth table and complete it using your logical connectors. Then once you have the final column, you're able to answer it, then you would be able to identify na kung ano yung ating ano yung nature ng ating proposition. Okay? So there are some examples here. So we have to categorize 3. So let's have the first one. P implies the negation of P and Q. Okay? So since we have two variables, P and Q, so that's 2 raised to 2 equals 4. So we have 4 possible outcomes. So kapag i-arrange po natin sila, we arrange it in a way na yung una is divided by 2. So that's 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So dalawang 1, dalawang 0 ang magiging ano. The next one is alternating na sila. 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so ganun talaga, ganun yung rule. Yung una is kung ilan yung statements, then i-divide mo siya sa 2 kasi dalawa lang yung option mo. Then, kung ano yung sagot, yun yung pagkakasunod-sunod niya. Okay? So, kung let's say 8 yan, divided by 2. So, 4 na 1 na magkakasunod, and then 4 na 0 magkakasunod. And then, another one is divided by 2 again. So, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, dalawang 1 na magkakasunod. Dalawang 0, then dalawang 1, dalawang 0. Hanggang sa maging 1, 0, 1, 0 na yung magiging next columns ng iyong truth table. So, but in this case, since dalawa lang yan, 1, 1, 0, 0 for P, 1, 0, 1, 0 for Q. Okay? So, the first step when we work on with our propositional form is we try to identify lahat ng naka-negation. Okay? Gawin na muna natin lahat ng mga naka-negatives. Okay? We have negative P. So, babalik rin daw natin yung P. So, that is from 1, 1, 0, 0, magiging siyang 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay? So, kung wala ng negatives, the next step is yung mga nasa loob ng parentheses. Para ka rin nag-GEMDAS niyan. Okay? Uh, with a different approach. So we have negative P and Q. So we start with negative P and Q. So again, pag conjunction, dapat lahat true para masabi natin na true yung compound statement. Okay? So negative P and Q, so 0, 1 is 0, 0, 0 is 0, 1, 1 is 1, and 1, 0 is 0. Okay? So, next one is P implies negative P and negative Q. Okay? So, sa implication, ang sabi natin, dapat parehong true o kaya parehong false para maging true, or yung second statement ang susundin natin pag magkaiba sila. So, check po natin. We start with P, then going to negative P and Q. So 1, 0, since the second statement is 0, then the answer is 0. So similarly, 1, 0, second statement is 0, then the answer is 0. Okay. Next one, 0, 1, second statement is 1, then the answer is 1. Since both are 0, then the answer is 1. So 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay? So since not all of the circumstances are true or nor false, then this is a contingency. Dapat pareho-parehong true yan or kaya pare-parehong false. Okay? May isa lang na nag-iba, contingency na po siya. Example number 2. Okay? P implies Q if and only if negative P and negative Q. So since we have two variables, so there are four possible combinations. Setting up our table, we have 1, 1, 0, 0 for P, 1, 0, 1, 0 for Q. Since makikita nyo po, meron tayong negation of P and negation of Q, so kunin na po natin sila. Negation of P from 1, 1, 0, 0, it will become 0, 0, 1, 1. For Q naman, the negative of Q, we have 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay? So since nakuha na natin naman lahat ng mga negative or negation, we start working on with inside the parenthesis. We have P implies Q. So again, sa P implies Q, dapat pare-pareho para maging 1 siya. Kung hindi siya pareho, susundin natin yung second statement. Okay? So 1 and 1 is 1. 1, 0, since the second statement is 0, the answer is 0. We have 0, 1, since second statement is 1, we have 1. Since both are 0, our answer is 0. Okay, so next we have negative Q implies negative P. So we start with Q, we end up with P. So since negative Q is 0 and negative P is 0, the answer is 1. Okay, so we have 1, 0. Since the second statement is 0, we have 0. Since the next one is 0, 1, we have 1. Since both are true or 1, then the result here on the fourth row is 1. Okay. Now, since nakuha na natin itong dalawang to, since yun ang kailangan natin, we combine them using the biconditional operation if and only if. Okay? So sa if and only if, ang ating rule is dapat pareho para masabi nating true. Otherwise, false sila. Okay? So since 1 and 1 is 1, 0 and 0, since parehas silang 0, the answer is 1. 1 and 1 is also 1. 1 and 1 is also 1. So therefore, since lahat yan ay 1, this is considered to be a tautology. All are true. Okay. Next, we have three variables. Okay. So this is three variables. So three, that's P, Q, and R. So 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8. So 8 possible combination. Okay. So ito yung sinasabi ko. The first one is divided by 4. Okay. So 8 divided by, sorry. Yes. 8 divided by 2. Okay. So that is 4. Apat na sunod-sunod na 1, then apat na sunod-sunod na 0. Then, 4 divided by 2, so the answer is 2. Dalawang magkasunod na 1, dalawang magkasunod na 0. Again, dalawang magkasunod na 1 and dalawang magkasunod na 0. Then yung last is alternating na 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay? So, makikuha po natin yung mga combinations. All possible combinations. Okay. So, since wala tayong negation na naka-indicate, so we move on what's inside the parentheses. We have Q and R, or Q or R. So at least one is true, then the answer will become true. So QR, 1 and 1 is 1, 1, 0 is 1, 0, 1 is 1, 0, 0 is 0, 1 and 1 is 1, 1, 0 is 1 is 1, 0, 1 is 1, and 0, 0 is 0. So again, kapag or, kahit isa yung true, we consider it true. Okay? Pero pag parehong false, false pa rin siya. Next one, we have P and Q. Okay? So sa P and Q, all must be true. So dapat true si P and true si Q. 1, 1 is 1, 1, 1 is 1, but the rest are zeros. Kasi 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay? Then we also have P and R. We have 1 and 1. 1 and 1 is 1. 1, 0 is 0. 1 and 1 is 1. Then the rest are 0. Okay? So next, yung mga nasa loob naman ng brackets. Okay? So we have P and Q or R. So papagsamahin natin si P at saka si Q or R. Kapag and, again, dapat lahat true. Okay? So if P is true, then Q or R is true, the answer is true. Okay? So yung first three is pare-parehas ang true, then the rest are false. Next one is P and Q or P and R. So ito. 1 and 1 is 1. Since or ito, it means that at least 1 is true. So this is 1, 0 is 1, 0, 1 is 1, then the rest are zeros. So next one is the if and only if, or the biconditional. Itong pinaka next natin, yung last one. Combining P and Q or R, as well as P and Q or P and R. Okay? So sabi natin, kapag biconditional, dapat pareho. Kapag hindi pareho, it's false. So check po natin. 1 and 1 is 1. 1 and 1 is 1. 1 and 1 is also 1. Then 0, 0 is 1. 0, 0 is also 1. Up to the last, 0, 0 is 1. So since pare-parehas na 1 and pare-parehas na 0, then the answer are all true, or 1. And because of that, it is a tautology. Kasi yung last part is pare-parehong true. Okay? So that is the truth table. Lastly is the conditional, biconditional, and related statements. So dito naman po is given the conditional and biconditional, we would identify some related statements. Okay? So again, pag sinabi natin conditional, this is the if and then statements. Kapag naman biconditional, this is the if and only if. Now, there are some related statements that we can form uh, using the conditional and biconditional. We have the converse. It means the reverse of the original. Yung if, magiging siyang then, and then yung then, magiging if. Magbabaliktad sila ng position. Okay? So yung dating first statement, magiging second. Yung dating second statement will become the first statement. That is converse. We also have the inverse, the negation version of the original, means the negative version of your conditional or biconditional statement. Okay? Then uh, we also have the contrapositive. It means the negative of the converse. Yung negation naman ng converse na ginawa natin. Okay? So, let's have some examples. So, if we have simple statements P and Q, wherein P, a figure is a square, then the statement Q, it is a quadrilateral. So the conditional statement is if a figure is a square, then it is a quadrilateral. Okay, if you can remember, we have some activities on this doon sa problem solving and reasoning chapter 3. Okay, so we are asked to write the converse, inverse, and contrapositive of that conditional statement. So again, the conditional statement is if a figure is a square, then it is a quadrilateral. Okay? So converse, sabi natin, is yung dating first statement magiging then, and yung dating second statement magiging if. No? So the converse of the conditional statement is if a figure is a quadrilateral, then it is a square. Okay? For the inverse, it means that's the negation of the conditional. Yung negative ng conditional statement natin. If a figure is not a square, then it is not a quadrilateral. Okay? Sa contrapositive naman po, ang kinukuha nating negative is yung doon sa converse. Okay, yung negative nung binaliktad natin. No? So if the figure is not a quadrilateral, then it is not a square. Okay? So kung papansinin nyo po, yung contrapositive is yung negative nung converse or nung kabaliktaran. Okay? So another one, the angles in a triangle measures 45, 45, 90. Statement 2, the triangle is an isosceles right triangle. So we have a biconditional statement that we can form, no? So nakalagay dyan, the angles in a triangle measures 45, 45, 90 if and only if it's an isosceles triangle. Okay, so we are asked to rewrite it using its converse, inverse, and contrapositive. Okay, so for the converse, a triangle is an isosceles right triangle if and only if the angles uh, uh, a triangle is an isosceles right triangle if and only the angles measures 45, 45, 90 degrees. Okay, next one. The angles in a triangle does not measure 45, 45, 90 if and only if it's not an isosceles right triangle. Okay, contrapositive or the negative of the converse. A triangle is not an isosceles right triangle if and only if its angle does not measure 45, 45, 90 degrees. Okay, so those are the related statements of a conditional and biconditional. Again, we have the converse, inverse, and contrapositive. So thank you so much for listening and have a great day.